all week on that. So, Saturday, June 4th, that day we do a pre-stream podcast. We order the food together live for the Feasting with the King, and then we get right into the React event, where I'm going to react directly to that video. It is a video. Now it's a video. It's funny is originally it was, I don't even know if originally it was a video or an audio recording. The original thing that John Howard put out was lost, and it's unclear, was it purposely pulled by them because they thought it was going to cause too much drama, or because they thought it was too hurtful? Did it get pulled down by someone? Did they flag the video for, like, violating YouTube rules, which I don't think it does. I don't know why that would have happened or how that could have happened, but it's completely unclear what happened because the originals lost to time. All we have are backups of backups of backups, people who have mirrored it a bunch of times, but the mirrored versions don't match time-wise, and in one case, there's, like, a bunch of stuff missing that makes no sense because it's not even, like, meaningful stuff that was cut. And then on top of that, when you listen to it, you can actually hear jumping cuts. And it's like, why is it jump cutting between topics? What's missing? It's really weird. I mean, like I said, it's been 7+ years ago, so who knows what originally this thing was. But I'll be reacting to it in the best I can. You're going to see it's produced well. I'm excited for this event. You know what I'm really excited for? Putting it to rest. Because so many times over the years, people have come back to my streams and my content and saying, Phil, how do you feel about John and Howard? What do you think about what happened? The falling out, really what happened there? Can you comment on that? Do you think you guys could ever be friends again? And I'm like, oh, God, again, here we go again. Like, don't you understand? It's been so many years. I said this a million times, that, could you realize that now I've made more content solo here in Washington State than I ever made back in Connecticut doing anything with those guys. I started making content in 2008, and I did all solo content until around 2010. It was 2010 I started doing co-op with John Rambo, and then we did co-op from 2010 to around 2014 when I moved. Then there was also Howard involved in a few co-op projects. Every once in a while we would go to a convention or an event together, and also we played Super Turbo over Howard's house pretty frequently. So it was about a 4-year span. I've been doing solo content in Washington State for 8 years. I moved here in the summer of 2014. So most people probably know me from the content I've done here, not from the content back in Connecticut. But at the same time, a lot of people have this really strong nostalgic attachment to the past, and they can't let go of the fact that that's my distant past at this point. I'm hoping this event will put it to bed. Finally, we can say, okay, I've addressed everything. Here's my thoughts on what happened, and here's my frame of reference, and here's what you think, and judge for yourself, but the past is the past, time to move on. That's kind of one of the major things I'm hoping to get out of Saturday, is to be able to just move on, because so many people just keep asking me, like, guys, yeesh. But we'll get to that on Saturday, okay? So that's Saturday's event. So this week will be pretty fun. Unique streams of either Skyrim or WWE or maybe more Pac-Man during the course of the week. And then night streams will be Uncharted and Zelda and some Street Fighter. I'll do the React event to the Sony State of Play as a late part of a stream, the main stream on Thursday. And then on Saturday, it is the full React event plus a Feasting with the King. So it's going to be a good variety of stuff this week. Next week as well, because guess what? The week after that is finally the big new releases coming out, including Mario Strikers Battle, I think it's called Battle League or something like that. And then also The Quarry, the next game from Supermassive Games, the makers of Until Dawn, and also the recent Dark Pictures Anthology games. I'm excited for those. And that week is 2 more digital events. Like I said, you got Summer Games Fest on the 9th, and then you've got the Microsoft Bethesda event, Xbox Bethesda event, a few days after that. So we've got a lot of actually really good stuff coming up in June. I'm actually very excited about this. I think June's going to be a pretty exciting month, especially compared to May. May was a dead month, man. Let's be honest here. May was me basically ending Elden Ring and a lot of kind of dead time stuff. Finally starting WWE, which is fine. But I knew for a fact that WWE was going to be for a specific audience, those who like pro wrestling. Honestly, I haven't really gotten much or any interest from people who don't like pro wrestling. They haven't even given it a chance. They're like, yeah, I don't like wrestling, right? So